It's time for high school baseball on KDAO. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minerva Valley Companies, New Roth Trucking, Central State Bank, Marshalltown Community College, GNB Bank, Partner Communications, J&T Plumbing and Heating. Now, high school baseball on KDAO.
Good evening and welcome to the East Marshall baseball field in Gilman. This is Andy Jennings with Radio on the Go Sports as we're getting set for a rivalry matchup here tonight as East Marshall and West Marshall get together. Of course, always a fun game. Actually, last year I don't think these two got to play because of the rain. And I thought initially this morning when all that rain came through, maybe we were looking at the same thing. But it's turned out to be a beautiful day and a beautiful night as the sun is shining. The wind is blowing pretty strong. And we should be in for a fun matchup here tonight. West Marshall 11-8. Their head coach is Jared Brown. East Marshall at 3-12. Their head coach is Dave Chubb. The Trojans are coming off a split of a doubleheader against Grandview Christian as they won 8-2, lost 9-0. And that first win was part of a three-game winning streak where they were on a roll. Beat PCM 10-7, Perry 7-3, and Grandview Christian 8-2, but then lost to Grandview Christian in the second game 9-0. As looks like I've already got a score up there, and that's not right, as we haven't even started yet. So East Marshall, on the other hand, they've really been slumping here. As since their win over Sumter Fredericksburg, they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a row. But a lot of those games have been close games. Even played number 2 Roland Story, very tough here. Lost 8-5 and 9-4. Lost at AP 5-3. Lost to AGWSR here 7-5. Lost to Wapsie Valley 7-6. I mean, for the most part, they've been in games. They've just had some problems. Usually just the one bad inning or errors have really played a factor for East Marshall this year, as they have made 49 errors on the season. So if they want a chance to knock off West Marshall tonight, they're going to have to play clean baseball against the Trojans. Of course, we saw West Marshall once. That was the Denver game that they won in walk-off fashion with Hunter Poley hitting that ball down the right field line. And Chuck did West Marshall against Union. I think West Marshall 10-run them that night. And Austin will have West Marshall against South Hamilton coming up on Monday night. And, of course, I've got East Marshall tonight, tomorrow night, and Friday night. So tomorrow night they play Gladbrook Rhinebeck here, and then Friday night they'll go to Marshalltown to take on the Bobcats. So a couple of nice little 3 games here for East Marshall. And Chuck has East Marshall and Grundy Center on Monday. But we'll get the starting lineups for you coming up on Soft Drag 92.9 and KDAO.com.
In Zeering, McCallsburg, St. Anthony, Clemens, and the surrounding rural areas, Minerva Valley Companies is your local provider for internet service, local and long-distance telephone, and digital video, all available from one local provider. At Minerva Valley, they offer fiber to the home, high-speed internet, telephone service, and digital video TV. You pick the programming package, and Minerva Valley will give you great service. See why Minerva Valley should be your source for entertainment and internet. Log on to minervavalley.com. Minerva Valley Companies, providing voice, video, and data. New Roth Trucking in LeGrand is locally owned and operated, and they have been in business for 25 years. If you need a load of rock hauled for your driveway or dirt for your construction project, Brad at New Roth Trucking is the person to call. New Roth Trucking also hauls ag lime for your farm field and handles local and over-the-road van freight. For more information, contact Brad at 641-485-0624. New Roth Trucking proudly supports the East Marshall Mustangs, and they wish them the best this season.
My family grew up with Central State Bank. From my first savings account to our first mortgage, growing a business, and planning for retirement. They've been with us through it all. And just like family, they call you by name. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you.
Here is the starting lineup. First for West Marshall, the Trojans at 11-8. Again, their head coach is Jared Brown. Leading off and playing shortstop will be number 8, Drake Whitaker. Evan Siegert will pitch and hit second. Beckham DeSoto, the right fielder, hits third. Riley Hanford will catch and bat fourth. Hunter Poley is the left fielder, hitting fifth. Carver Christensen will play third base and hit sixth. Blake Hart is the first baseman, batting seventh. Braxton Toyne is the designated hitter, batting eighth. And Turner DeRossa will play center field and hit ninth. For East Marshall, the Mustangs are coached by Dave Chubb. They are 3-12. Eli Burns will lead off. He's at second base. Blake Newroth will play shortstop and hit second. Jackson Bush is the first baseman, hitting third. Cale Newroth, the left fielder, bats fourth. Jackson Boswell will play right field and hit fifth. Landon Doherty is the third baseman, hitting sixth. Nathan Fry will pitch and bat seventh. Austin Cranon is the catcher, hitting eighth. And Gavin Gashler will be the designated hitter. And he will bat for Caden Grant, who is in center field. As we get set for this one, let's look at the pitching matchup. Pitching for East Marshall is Nathan Fry, the junior. In 5 games pitched, 4 starts, 0-3 record, 22 1/3 innings, 22 hits, 23 runs, but only 12 earned runs. He has struck out 21, walked 7, but he's also hit 10 batters. For West Marshall, Evan Siegert, the senior, will get the start. In 6 games pitched, he's started 5 games, 3-1 record, 21 2/3 innings, 26 hits, 24 runs, 30 strikeouts to 10 walks. So both teams going with one of their better pitchers here tonight in a non-conference game. Looking at some of the offensive stars for East Marshall, Blake Newroth hitting .439. Jackson Bush at .324. Landon Doherty's hitting .324. Cale Newroth is hitting .373. So offense hasn't really been the big problem for East Marshall, batting .255. They have scored 83 runs. West Marshall hitting .262 as a team. Hunter Poley with a .351 average. Riley Hanford hitting .314. He's knocked in 14. Poley's knocked in 14. We'll step away for the national anthem and be back with the opening pitch from Gilman.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
Navigating mortgages can be very complex. Start your journey with the lending team at GNB Bank. We're committed to getting you to your next home. We offer both fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgages to fit your specific needs. Our experienced lenders help guide you through the process. You can make payments or receive customer service at your local GNB Bank office. Whatever your dream home looks like, we'll point you in the right direction at GNB Bank.
Hi, this is Chris from Partner Communications. Did you know we now offer electrical services? Whether you're looking to change out a few lights within the home or wiring a whole new house, Partner can get it done. Master electrician Jeff Campbell will come to your home and provide you with a free estimate. Residential, agricultural, or commercial, let our courteous professional technicians complete your electrical projects. Call our office today, 641-498-7701.
J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard has served Hardin, Hamilton, and Story counties for over 40 years. With that kind of experience, J&T has the knowledge, technology, and equipment to fix any problem you have and fix it right the first time. Plus, they do it at an affordable price. J&T's professional staff's priority is outstanding service and taking care of their customers' home. That's why the next time you have a need for plumbing, heating, or drain and sewer services, one call does it all. J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard. Online at jntplumbing.com. Is owned and operated by Wink Services.
It's West Marshall and East Marshall. A beautiful night for baseball. West Marshall 11-8, East Marshall 3-12. And around the outfield for East Marshall, Cale Newroth is in left, Grant is in center, Boswell in right. Doherty at third, Blake Newroth at short, Burns is at second, Bush at first, and Crandon behind the plate. On the mound for East Marshall is Nathan Fry, the junior pitcher. Has a record of 0-3, 22 and a third innings, 22 hits, 23 runs, 21 strikeouts, 7 walks. He'll face Whitaker, Siegert, and DeSoto in the first. As we are ready for baseball here tonight from Gilman. So Drake Whitaker will start things. Sophomore batting just 192. He does have 11 walks, though. His on-base percentage at 371. So the lefty will stand in. And Fry ready to throw the first pitch. And here comes the delivery. It's a fastball on the inside corner, a strike. So the count at 0-1. Just underway here in Gilman. Fry delivers the 0-1 pitch. Whitaker takes inside and it hit him. The 11th hit batsman by Fry. And a leadoff base runner for West Marshall. Whitaker hit for the 6th time. And now here's Evan Siegert. So Siegert will stand in. Senior batting 283. And Whitaker at first base. He's 14 of 16 on stolen bases as Fry gets it over for a strike. Count at 0-1. Big crowd on hand, as you'd expect when these two get together. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled back to the screen. Count at no balls, 2 strikes. As on deck is DeSoto. And the wind is kind of blowing. I don't know if it's a cross breeze or if it's more right behind us. I can feel it at times. Looks like it's almost blowing out to left field. Siegert rips one back through the box. That'll be a base hit. On his way to second is Whitaker. Getting it back in is Grant. And the first 2 reach for West Marshall. The hit batsman and then a single right up the middle by Siegert. And that'll bring in Beckham DeSoto with runners on first and second, nobody out. DeSoto with 3 home runs, 15 driven in, a .458 average. And an opportunity to put West Marshall on top early. Fry pitching out of the stretch. Looking in, here's the pitch, and DeSoto hits one towards left. That's going to split the gap. On his way to third is Whitaker. He'll score. Being held at third base is Siegert, and it's 1-0 West Marshall on an RBI double by Beckham DeSoto. So DeSoto lines one to the left center gap, and it's quickly 1-0 West Marshall. Just 3 batters in. And now here's Riley Hanford. Hanford, another guy having a good season. The freshman batting .314, 13 runs batted in. He's got 2 in scoring position here with nobody out. 1-0 West Marshall. Runners on second and third as Hanford takes the fastball up. 1 ball, no strikes. Siegert at third, DeSoto at second. Poli is on deck. Here's the 1-0. Fastball is on the outside corner. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, if you're Fry, you're just trying to limit the damage in this first inning. You just want to get an out here. As Fry looks in, checks the runner, 1-1 pitch, and Hanford drives it in the air, center field, hit well. Back at the wall, leaping, and unable to make the catch is Grant. It's up against the fence. 2 runs will score. I don't know if he thought he was a little closer to the wall than he was, but it was very close to potentially getting out of here. Instead, it's a 2-run double for Hanford. Off the bat, I kind of knew that would carry, and it does, and it's 3-0 West Marshall. And now here's Poley. The top part of the West Marshall order has hit the ball very well. And a swing and a miss for Poley. He's knocked in 14 runs, so Hanford just went ahead of him with 15 runs. And DeSoto had 16 runs batted in. Runner on second, nobody out. Poley fouls it straight back. And the count at 0-2. Runner, a senior, 13 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple. And a 3-1 count here, or a 0-2 count, I should say. 3-0 is the score. Fry looking for the first out. The 0-2 pitch, and he hit him. So that's one of the toughest things you can do as a pitcher. You get up 0-2, and then you hit the batter. And Poley has been hit now 8 times. West Marshall always gets hit a lot. They've now been hit 53 times as a team. Runners on first and second. Christensen at the plate. Still nobody out. 3 runs in already. Quick throw to second as Newroth goes behind the runner. So 3 hits already off Fry. And still nobody out in the top of the first inning. Christensen at the plate. The lefty standing in. He drives one in the air, deep center field. Going back is Grant, still going, and it's going to be out of here. A 3-run homer to center for Christensen. And what a start for West Marshall, as they have plated 6, and there's still nobody out. As Christensen with his first home run of the season. It's a 3-run shot over the center field fence. You knew after Hanford's ball carried that far, that one off the bat, I thought had a chance to get out of here, and it does get out of here. And there's still nobody out. Here's Blake Hart. Fry delivers a pitch away and a ball. A 6-0 start for West Marshall. Here's the 1-0. Bouncing ball towards short. Newroth charges. Fields throws to first in time, and that'll be the first out. So Hart retired. And 1 down. That will bring in Braxton Toyne. Toyne, a junior. Not had a ton of at-bats. He's just 2 for 23, hitting 087. As he takes a fastball for a strike. So an 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1. Pitch on the inside corner, strike 2. So Fry ahead at no balls, 2 strikes. Trying to get 2 straight outs. Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field. Playing back is Grant. That's going to fall in for a hit. A single for Toyne. 5th hit of the inning for West Marshall. Well, now here's Turner DeRossett. Freshman batting .233, 1 home run, 11 driven in. So runner on first base with 1 out. Fry delivers, and he hit him. Another hit batsman, the third of the inning. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Whitaker, who got hit. And West Marshall's batted around in the first inning. Now you're really in a position where you're desperately needing an out. If it gets around to Siegert and to Sodal again, I mean, he could really have a big inning. Whitaker takes inside. It bounces off the catcher Crandon. He finds it, but both runners advance. Wild pitch. And that's really the last thing that East Marshall wanted to have happen. The way things have gone for the Mustangs over the last several games. Whitaker bounces one to second. Burns has it. He'll go to first for the out. Another run will come in. So an RBI ground out for Whitaker. 4-3 on the out at first. There's 2 down, but it's 7-0. And now here's Siegert. He's the pitcher, and he's already got a 7-run cushion and a runner on third. And he takes, I think, a ball. A 1-0 count. And he takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on third base with 2 outs. DeSoto on deck. Siegert foul tips it. And the count goes to 1-2 as Siegert will retrieve it and throw it back to the pitcher Fry, and Coach Chubb is coming out. So Coach Chubb making his way to the mound. I don't know if they had maybe a set pitch count for Fry tonight that they didn't want him to go over, or maybe just trying to settle him down. And they must have, because they're making a pitching change. Or maybe they're just making it because it's 7-0. So East Marshall will make a pitching change in the first inning. Fry unable to get out of the first inning. He gets 2 outs. He allows 5 hits. 7 runs to this point. Did not strike out a batter, did not walk a batter. He did hit 3. And the new pitcher will be Landon Doherty. So Doherty will come on. With 2 outs.
Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 24, Landon Doherty.
In the first inning. As Fry unable to get out of the first, he will go to third. Doherty will go to the mound. Landon on the season, 0-2 record, 12 innings, 11 hits, 10 runs, 11 strikeouts, 9 walks. So Doherty takes over. There are 2 outs. A runner on third. And a 1-2 count on Siegert. I guess maybe a pitch count situation, although it is 7-0. He has given up 5 hits and 7 runs, and he's hit 3 people, so maybe you just cut your losses and make the pitching change early. East Marshall still has to play Gladbrook-Rhinebeck tomorrow and Marshalltown on Friday. So 1-2 count on Siegert. Doherty delivers. It's a breaking ball hit up into the air. Shallow center. Going out is Neuroth, and nobody's going to get it. On his way to second is Siegert, and that's an RBI double. As Grant was playing very deep. So you knew when that was popped up, if Neuroth couldn't get it, that was going to be trouble. And it falls in, and it's 8-0. And now you face DeSoto again. He's already got an RBI double. So Siegert is 2 for 2. And here's the pitch from Doherty. DeSoto, a big swing and a miss. And we're only in the top of the first inning, but West Marshall scored 8 runs. An offensive explosion for the Trojans. And still batting with a runner on second. The 0-1 is a breaking ball. Gets away from Crandon. That'll send Siegert to third base. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Soto's hit 3 home runs on the season. The double he hit earlier was his 8th double of the year. And he knocked in his 16th run. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Nice block by Crandon. Keep another run from scoring. Here's the 2-1. That's outside. 3 balls and a strike. So now 3-1 count. Will DeSoto get something to hit? Or is Doherty looking to go after Hanford? The 3-1, it's a fastball, bounced to third, fielded by Fry. Throw to first is going to be in time. And that will retire the side, but not before a big inning for West Marshall as they get 8 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first. It's West Marshall 8, East Marshall nothing.
In Zeering, McCallsburg, St. Anthony, Clemens, and the surrounding rural areas, Minerva Valley Companies is your local provider for internet service, local and long-distance telephone, and digital video, all available from one local provider. At Minerva Valley, they offer fiber to the home, high-speed internet, telephone service, and digital video TV. You pick the programming package, and Minerva Valley will give you great service. See why Minerva Valley should be your source for entertainment and internet. Log on to minervavalley.com. Minerva Valley Companies, providing voice, video, and data.
Bottom of the first inning, East Marshall will have their first chance. West Marshall plates 8 in the top of the first. It'll be Poley in left, DeRosset in center, DeSoto in right, Christensen at third, Whitaker at short, Jewell at second, Hart at first, and Hanford behind the plate. Evan Siegert will get the ball as he'll have the ball starting. Siegert, a 3-1 record, 21 2/3 innings, 26 hits, 24 runs, 30 strikeouts, 10 walks. What a start for West Marshall. The Trojans with an 8-run at top of the first inning. It'll be Burns, Newroth, and Bush. And East Marshall tries to battle back.
Leading off for the Mustangs, number 5, Eli Burns.
So Burns will stand in to lead things off. Of course, he's got that lightning speed, 237 hitter. He gets on. He's just 3 out of 5 on stolen bases. The pitch to Burns is a wild one to the backstop. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count on Burns. That is 8-0. Burns shows bunt, bunts it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the ball at 1-1. A 1 ball, 1 strike count. Ball ripped down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball. It's down into the corner. DeSoto will retrieve it. Throw coming back into second, not in time. And Eli Burns with a double. So a leadoff double for Burns. And that'll bring in Blake Newroth. Here's Blake Newroth. East Marshall trying to get back in this thing. As Siegert delivers, Newroth bounces one to first, fielded by Hart. He'll step on the bag, and that'll be the first out. Advancing to third is Burns. And a runner on third base.
Now batting number 10, Jackson Bush.
And here's Bush as the pitch misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 from Siegert. And Bush takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackson, a junior, batting .324. He's knocked in 8 runs. 8 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple. And takes off the plate a ball. 2 balls and a strike. 8-0, West Marshall. East Marshall's got a runner just 90 feet away with 1 out. As Bush lays off, that pitch misses high and away. 3 balls and a strike, so Bush will be looking for something he can handle. The 3-1 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 count. He bounces one down the third baseline foul. And the count is full at 3-2. Another 3-2 pitch from Siegert. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's a bouncing ball to short. That'll bring a run in. Whitaker, long throw is going to be in time. That almost looked like Bush beat it. As the umpire almost went safe and out at the same time. A run does score. And it's 8-1. And now here's Cale Newroth. He's had a good year, freshman, batting .373. Breaking ball, and he fouled tips it for strike 1. Counted 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 outs. And that's in the dirt. Kicks away from Hanford. So 2 ball, 1 strike count on Newroth. Oswald's on deck. And swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counted 2-2. It's high. 3-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up first base side over his heart, and it'll land on the first base dugout. So the count will run full at 3-2. A 3-2 count. Payoff pitch is high, ball 4. So Newroth draws the walk, and that'll bring up Jackson Boswell.
Now batting number 11, Jackson Boswell.
So runner on first and 2 outs. And Boswell stands in and takes a fastball high. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner. The count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Newroth down at first. Ball hit high and deep to right field. DeSoto on the run. He's not going to get it. It's up against the fence. On his way to third is Newroth. He'll be waved around. Boswell will be held at second, and that's an RBI double. So Boswell with an RBI double over the right fielder DeSoto's head. And it's 8-2.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 24, Landon Doherty.
Now Doherty will stand in with the runner on second. And he takes a fastball high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. And a sophomore batting .324. He's knocked in 7. Chance to drive in a run here. He drives this one the other way down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Doherty will turn first, hold right there. Scoring is Boswell. And it's 8-3. So Doherty bloops one down the left field line. And now here's Nathan Fry.
Now batting number 4, Nathan Fry.
Still 2 outs and a runner on first base. As Fry takes high a ball. So 3 hits in the inning for East Marshall. 3 runs to this point. As Doherty back to first. He is 9 out of 10 on stolen bases. 1-0 pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even at 1-1. A long first inning here in Gilman. As that's lined foul. West Marshall put up 8 in the top of the first. East Marshall was countered with 3 here in the bottom of the first. And Siegert delivers, and it's fouled back. And we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 is outside. Hanford keeps it in front. Doherty goes to second. And the count at 2-2. A 2-2 count. And he hit him. So Siegert having a tough first inning as well. And that'll bring up Austin Crandon with 2 outs and runners on first and second. And East Marshall can get a little closer. Crandon, a junior, he struggled at the plate, just 1 hit. He has drawn 10 walks.
Number 6, Austin Crandon.
This will be a great time for him to pick up his second hit. He has struggled. Just 1 hit and 33 at-bats. Crandon will stand in. Opportunity here for East Marshall to at least get half the runs back if they get a hit here. And Siegert delivers. It's hit the other way over the first baseman's head. That'll drop. On his way home is Doherty. He'll score. On his way to third is Fry. The throw is not in time. That's an RBI single for Crandon. Just his second hit. A run scores. And it's 8-4. And now Coach Brown making his way out to the mound. As the fourth hit of the inning, 4 runs have scored. And now a courtesy runner coming on for East Marshall. It'll be Carson Curtis. But what an answer by East Marshall after West Marshall got 8 in the top of the first. East Marshall has got 4 here in the bottom of the first and still batting. It'll be Gavin Gashler. The sophomore batting .216.
Courtesy running for the Mustangs, number 8, Carson Curtis.
Well, 12 runs combined in this first inning. And still just 2 outs. Both teams hitting the ball extremely well to start this game. And Siegert trying to settle down. Well, the umpire comes down to get his mask. And goes back behind. So a big RBI hit for Crandon. And runners at the corners with 2 outs. Siegert delivers, and a swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Never know what kind of game you're going to get when these two rivals get together. Looks like tonight we're in for a slugfest. Here's the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ashler with 6 runs batted in, 8 hits, 1 double. As Siegert steps off. West Marshall leading 8-4. And the old third to first play. They've got the runner in a rundown, and he's going to be called out before the run scored. And are they saying he scored or not? To me, it looked like he was tagged out before the runner scored, but it was very close. As he couldn't stay in the rundown long enough. But East Marshall with 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors. And 1 left on base. We'll head to the second. It's 8-4 West Marshall on SoftRack 92.9 and KDAO.com.
New Roth Trucking in LeGrand is locally owned and operated, and they have been in business for 25 years. If you need a load of rock hauled for your driveway or dirt for your construction project, Brad at New Roth Trucking is the person to call. New Roth Trucking also hauls ag lime for your farm field and handles local and over-the-road van freight. For more information, contact Brad at 641-485-0624. New Roth Trucking proudly supports the East Marshall Mustangs, and they wish them the best this season.
West Marshall leading East Marshall 8-4. We're in the top of the second inning. It'll be Riley Hanford, Hunter Poley, and Carver Christensen. Hanford hit a 2-run double. Poley was hit by a pitch, and Christensen hit a 3-run homer in the first. We'll see how they go to work against Doherty in the second. Fry was charged with 5 hits and 8 runs, all earned.
Leading off for the Trojans.
No walks, no strikeouts. Doherty got the final out after giving up an RBI double to Siegert. He got DeSoto to ground out to third. So here's Hanford as Doherty hits the outside corner for a strike. Looks like the umpire kind of giving a little bit off that edge on the outside against a right-handed hitter. Breaking ball. Missed, maybe a little high. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the second inning. 8-4 West Marshall. He called that a strike? 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the 1-2 count. And that's down and away. So the count at 2-2. The count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Doherty looks in, the 2-2 to Hanford, and he fouls it off. Pretty good job by Hanford fighting off that pitch, especially after you saw the 2 outside corners called. You got to realize you're going to have to protect that far outside, and he fouled it off. Here's the 2-2, and had his knees buckling a bit. That's a ball down. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3-2 count. Hanford already a 2-run double in the first. The payoff pitch, and it's fouled off. And again, Hanford going out and just spoiling the pitch, able to stay alive. Here's the 3-2. That's high, ball 4. So a really nice at bat by Hanford. And now here's Hunter Poley.
Now batting number 9, Hunter Poley.
So Poley will stand in. He was hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count in the first inning. So runner on first, nobody out. Wes Marshall played at 8 in the first on 6 hits. And that's high ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Wes Marshall an 8-4 lead. I'm going to runner on first and nobody out. Doherty looking in. The 1-0 is popped up back third base side. That's going to get out of play. Just over the East Marshall dugout on the third base line. And the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ole has swung the bat very well. 351 hitter on the season. Also a great golfer. He's been one of the best pitchers for Wes Marshall as well. Quick throw over. And count of 1-1. 1-1 count on Poley. Hanford leading from first. Break-even pitch, and it's a fastball right there for a strike. So count 1-2. Poley has only struck out 3 times this year. Doherty looking to get the first out of the second. And this ball driven in the air, center or right center field. Over is the center fielder Grant. He'll make the catch for out number 1. So Grant able to run that one down. And now here's Christensen. Hit a 3-run homer his first time.
17, Carver Christensen.
Just about the left of the kind of the big Mustang banner out there. Was just left of center. And it carried over the fence. I'll bat with a runner on first and 1 out. Inside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. It's a key inning for really East Marshall, especially after they got 4 runs back in the bottom of the first. So you can come out and hold West Marshall without a run. And you'd put yourself in position to really get back into it in the second. West Marshall wants to answer what East Marshall did. A hot shot down the first baseline. Coach Hobbs almost barehanded it. He did knock it down. You got to give him credit for that. That was a hard hit ball. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first base, 1 out. Doherty delivers, and a strike on the outer half of the plate. Looked like a breaking ball of some sort. Didn't have a ton of movement on it. On the count of 1-2 on Christensen. And strike three called. So the first strikeout for Doherty, second out of the inning, and here comes Blake Hart. Hart grounded to short his first time. He was the first out in that 8-run first. This thing down and away. Throw goes to first. Runner goes to second. And the quick tag by Neuroth. But Hanford able to make it. And a stolen base for Riley Hanford. And a 1-0 count on Blake Hart. So Hart a chance to drive in a run. A base hit here. And that's down. It bounces away from Crandon. He can't find it. Now he does. And the count at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As the umpire cleans off the plate. So count 2-0. And that's down 3-0. Toyne is on deck. Wes Marshall's got a run just 90 feet away, as there's a good fastball for a strike. So the count of 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch is grounded left side. Diving stop by Neuroth. But he won't have a play. Great effort. That's going to be an infield hit for Hart and an RBI single. Scoring is Hanford. Yeah, that's exactly why you want to put the ball in play. And it's 9-4. Wes Marshall able to get a run back and extend their lead back to 5 runs. As Hart the RBI infield hit. That's his 6th run batted in. And a strike to Toyne. Axton singled his first time into right. Knocked in just 3 runs this year. Hart leading from first with 2 outs. Already hits the outside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pretty good breaking ball here tonight. And an 0-2 count. So trying to get out of this inning, only allowing the 1 run. And it's a shot between first and second. That's the second hit for Toyne. And bobbled in right field by Boswell. He'll get it back in. And that'll give DeRossett a chance. And the runner's on first and second. That was right between Burns and Bush.
Now batting number 2, Turner DeRossett.
And DeRossett will stand in with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. He's got 1 home run, 11 driven in. Was hit by a pitch his first time. So 2 outs, runners on first and second. DeRossett hits one in the air, center field. Grant backpedaling, and he's got it. So DeRossett hit it hard, but Grant makes the catch in center. And will retire the side. Wes Marshall gets 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. And they leave at 2. We played an inning and a half. It is 9-4. Wes Marshall will head to the bottom of the second. This is Radio on the Go Sports on Soft Rock 92.9 and KDAO.com.
My family grew up with Central State Bank. From my first savings account to our first mortgage, growing a business, and planning for retirement. They've been with us through it all. And just like family, they call you by name. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
Welcome back to Gilman. We're in the second inning. It's been a long long inning and a half, almost an hour. As we're approaching the 8 o'clock hour, only in the bottom of the second. We'll see if one of these pitchers starts to lock in a bit. East Marshall got 4 hits and 4 runs off of Siegert in the first. Gashler will be up there again. Remember, he was up when Crandon was tagged out and caught stealing. He got caught in that rundown, and actually I think it was the shortstop Whitaker who was able to run him down and tag him before the run scored. I think East Marshall was trying to steal a run, and they had it. If Crandon could have just stayed in the rundown for just a little bit longer, but he was tagged out before the run scored, and 1 ball, 1 strike on Gashler. He swings and misses. 9-4, West Marshall. Gashler bounces one towards short, takes a big hop. Whitaker long throw, and he got him. Nice play by Whitaker at short. Obviously, with Seeger pitching, Whitaker playing shortstop. What are you doing? Now Burns will stand in for East Marshall. And he takes outside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And it's fouled back. Count of 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch misses away on the breaking ball. Burns doubled his first time down the right field line. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball away. The count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 2-2 count. Bounce down the first base line again, foul. And the count remains 2-2. Siegert got Gashler to bounce to short to begin the inning. The sun's starting to go down a bit, at least the shadow kind of over the field. And that misses away with a breaking ball. So the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up, third base side. Is there a play for Christensen? There is not. So the count remains 3-2. So get a bat for Burns. Trying to come up with a hit. A 3-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up again, and that's headed back. Ooh. That's usually where the players park. He might have hit one of his teammates' trucks. The count 3-2. And that's high and away, ball 4. So Burns is on for the second time, a double and a walk. And now here's Blake Newroth. He grounded to first his first time. Runner on first, 1 out. Bush on deck. Quick throw over, and Nearly picked him off. Burns able to get back. And the umpire needs the ball from Bush. A runner on first and nobody out. As Siegert looking in, there's one out, I should say. As the fastball in for a strike, as Gassler grounded to short. So no one count. Burns at first base. Newroth at the plate, 9-4, West Marshall. Quick throw over. Burns able to get back as slapping the tag on him was Hart. West Marshall with 4 hits off of Siegert. And Newroth takes a fastball for a strike. You got to expand your zone just a little bit here tonight. Those outside corners have been called pretty consistently. Here's the 0-2 inside. Gets away. Burns will take off, and he'll make it to second standing on the wild pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on second base. Yeah, the umpire, what's he want? He want another baseball? There's one right in front of Bush. Maybe he's asking what the count was. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So runner on second with 1 out. Newroth the chance to drive in a run. Breaking ball misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lake has knocked in 10 runs. That leads the team. And he drives this one high and deep to right. DeSoto going back, still going. He's at the track, and he makes the catch in front of the fence. Getting it back in as Jewell will run it in. As Newroth just missed a 2-run homer. Hit it about as far as you can to right. But it's a long fly out. Burns advancing to third. I thought it was going to get out of here for a second. But DeSoto, good job tracking it and able to make the catch. I wonder, is maybe West Marshall going to appeal to see if Burns went early? No, they're not. There was some talk between Siegert and the umpire. As Bush takes high on a fastball. He had an RBI ground out his first time to the shortstop. And he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. So runner just 90 feet away, but 2 outs. It'll take a 2-out hit from Bush. Siegert trying to slam the door on this inning. Almost got away, and Burns comes about halfway, now tries to get back, and I don't know how Christensen caught that ball. It was kind of down where Burns was running and sliding. And the count, I think it's a 2-0 or 3-0. It's 2-0. Nope, that was 3-0. And there's ball 4, so Bush walks. That'll be the second walk, third walk, I should say, allowed by Siegert. And now here's Cale Newroth. You kind of wonder, well, Bush, big guy, probably not thinking about running. Maybe he is. As Newroth swings and misses. Usually get that runner on third. You want to try and get that runner at first to second. Bush 1 out of 2 on stolen bases. And an 0-2 count on Cale Newroth. He walked his first time on a 3-2 pitch. Seeger trying to retire the side, and it's popped up. First base over, and making the catch is Hart to retire the side. So nice play by Blake Hart. Got over quickly towards the first base dugout and able to make the play. East Marshall with no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. It's 9-4. We'll go to the third. West Marshall in front.
Navigating mortgages can be very complex. Start your journey with the lending team at GNB Bank. We're committed to getting you to your next home. We offer both fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgages to fit your specific needs. Our experienced lenders help guide you through the process. You can make payments or receive customer service at your local GNB Bank office. Whatever your dream home looks like, we'll point you in the right direction at GNB Bank.
Thank you. We'll head into the top of the third inning. It is West Marshall 9, East Marshall 4. Trojans have the top of the order coming up again. It'll be Drake Whitaker, Evan Siegert, and Beckham DeSoto. As that ball coming over, and it hit a fan. Got him in the arm. And looks like he's okay. He was standing there. That ball, I don't know how it came up over the fence and got him, but I don't know if it was a wild pitch that rolled up and went up over the fence and hit the fan, but he appears to be okay. Everyone's fine. So it'll be Whitaker to lead off the third.
Leading off for the Trojans. Top of the third.
He's been hit by a pitch and has an RBI ground out. As we start the third inning, and a high-scoring game thus far, 9-4, West Marshall. As Whitaker takes a strike. On the count at 0-1. This is where you get in a game like this, that whoever wins might be the team that and kind of figured out the best pitching as the breaking ball misses. If West Marshall ends up with just 9 or 10 runs the rest of the game, then if you're East Marshall, you'd feel pretty good about that. At least give yourself a chance to come back. Ball is popped up behind the plate. It'll be Crandon, and he's got it. I thought it got away from him there for a second, but he's able to hold on to it. And 1 out. That wind can play tricks on you. But Crandon, a good job getting it for the out. And now here's Evan Siegert. That might be the first leadoff hitter that East Marshall's retired. Yeah, I think it is, because the first 2 reached. And Siegert takes a strike. He's 2 for 2, a single and an RBI double. Both have kind of been hit to the same spot. He lined it up the middle, and he kind of hit a bloop to center. And with where the center fielder Grant was playing, it dropped in, and he was able to get to second base and drive in a run. Looking in is Newroth, or Doherty. And that misses high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. As Doherty delivers the pitch, and it's chopped foul up the first base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Siegert, 9-4, West Marshall. As Doherty allowed just a couple of hits in that second inning, gave up a hit in the first inning as well, so he's allowed 3 hits. Siegert pops it up back behind everybody. And foul. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of good at bats tonight on both sides. Just spoiling pitches, trying to stay alive and get that mistake. Breaking ball, called strike 3. And Siegert frozen. Second strikeout for Doherty. And that will bring up DeSoto. He's got an RBI double and a ground out to third.
Now batting number 23, Beckham DeSoto.
DeSoto has the home run power with the wind kind of blowing out. Fastball hits the outside corner for a strike. So Doherty looking for a 1-2-3 third. The 0-1. DeSoto swings and misses. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Driven in the air, center field. Grant will come in, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. A 1-2-3 third for Doherty. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll head to the bottom of the third. West Marshall in front, 9-4.
Hi, this is Chris from Partner Communications. Did you know we now offer electrical services? Whether you're looking to change out a few lights within the home or wiring a whole new house, Partner can get it done. Master electrician Jeff Campbell will come to your home and provide you with a free estimate. Residential, agricultural, or commercial, let our courteous professional technicians complete your electrical projects. Call our office today, 641-498-7701.
J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard has served Hardin, Hamilton, and Story counties for over 40 years. With that kind of experience, J&T has the knowledge, technology, and equipment to fix any problem you have and fix it right the first time. Plus, they do it at an affordable price. J&T's professional staff's priority is outstanding service and taking care of their customers' home. That's why the next time you have a need for plumbing, heating, or drain and sewer services, one call does it all. J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard. Online at jntplumbing.com. Is owned and operated by Wink Services.
Bottom of the third inning, West Marshall leading East Marshall. It is 9-4. East Marshall will have Boswell, Doherty, and Fry. So Boswell, Doherty, and Fry will be up for East Marshall. And Boswell will lead off the bottom of the third inning. And the first pitch to Boswell is behind him. And standing back in is Boswell. The pitch from Siegert, a good fastball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Boswell hits one high and deep to left center field. Going back, still going, and it's gone! A home run for Jackson Boswell. A solo shot to a similar position to where Christensen hit his for West Marshall. And it's 9-5. As Boswell with the home run. And a solo shot. Here's the pitch to Doherty as he takes a strike. 9-5, West Marshall with the lead. But the home run for Boswell. Now Doherty flips one down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And a single for Doherty, kind of the same spot he hit the first one. Christensen arguing that was a foul ball. And Coach Brown coming out now. The umpire really didn't make a definitive signal. He just kind of looked. And now he's saying that the base umpire called it, but then that's really the home plate umpire's call down that line. I couldn't tell. I can't quite see down over there. But the West Marshall players were vehemently in disagreement. I guess the base umpire probably didn't really see where that ball landed. He was probably getting ready to look at first. And now Coach Chubb going to come over. And they are going to call him safe. As Coach Brown screaming, it's not even close. Honestly, I can't see it, so I don't know. He's got a better angle than me from the first base dugout, and now the throw gets away on the pickoff, but it hit Doherty in the back, and they'll hold right there at first base. So 9-5. The home run by Boswell was his first of the year. And Siegert delivers a strike to Fry. Fry was hit by a pitch his first time. The 0-1, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. Siegert 0-2 pitch, and it's lined in the hole at short. Whitaker gets it. Long throw is in time to get the out. A nice play by Whitaker at short. And one down. Advancing to second is Doherty. Whitaker's shown off that good arm a few times here tonight. I think he's gotten 3 outs. Bush. And Gashler once, and then Fry. Here's Crandon. Picked up a hit his first time up. RBI single. That was in the first as he takes a strike. Doherty leading at second with 1 out. Popped up on the infield. It'll be the second baseman, Jewell. Nope, DeSoto will call it from right field. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down. That'll bring in Gavin Gashler. East Marshall already a run on the home run by Boswell. Gashler is grounded to short. On deck will be Burns, who has got on base twice, a double and a walk. Siegert delivers and hits him. So Gashler hit by the pitch. Got him right kind of between the shoulder blade and the back. And now here's Burns with the runners on first and second, as this game could tighten up even more if Burns can come up with a base hit.
Now batting number 5, Eli Burns.
And he's doubled and walked, and he scored a run. Doherty with good speed at second. Hansler decent speed at first. Burns grounds it right side in the hole, fielded by the first baseman Hart. Covering is Siegert, and he's able to make the catch and stay on the bag. What a play by Siegert. As Hart ranged far to his right, threw it to Siegert covering. He was a low throw, and Siegert was able to make the catch and step on the bag. A 3-1 on the putout. East Marshall 1 run on 1 hit. 2 hits. No errors. And 2 left on. The Mustangs have left on 5. They've got 6 hits for their 5 runs. We'll head to the 4th. It's 9-5 West Marshall. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com and SoftRack 92.9.
J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard has served Hardin, Hamilton, and Story counties for over 40 years. With that kind of experience, J&T has the knowledge, technology, and equipment to fix any problem you have and fix it right the first time. Plus, they do it at an affordable price. J&T's professional staff's priority is outstanding service and taking care of their customers' home. That's why the next time you have a need for plumbing, heating, or drain and sewer services, one call does it all. J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard. Online at jntplumbing.com. Is owned and operated by Wink Services.
Top of the fourth inning, West Marshall leading East Marshall 9-5. Trojans will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up. It'll be Hanford, Poley, and Christensen. Hanford has walked and has a 2-run double. Poley has been hit by a pitch and flown out to center. Christensen a 3-run homer and a strikeout looking. Doherty has settled things down a bit since coming on. He came on in the first inning with 2 outs. He did give up the RBI double to Siegert, and then got DeSoto to ground out. In the second inning, he allowed 2 hits and a run. But the third inning, he had a 1-2-3 inning. So this will be his third inning of work. And he went 2 and a third, so if he gets through this inning, he would be 3 innings and a third. But that's a tough part of the order to get through. Hanford first pitch swinging, bouncer between short and third into left field for a base hit. So Hanford with his second hit. He drives it in the hole between short and third. And that'll be the 9th hit as Poley will come in. Only flew out to center last time as he takes high a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The wind blowing again. A 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch is a strike. Good breaking ball on the inner half of the plate. Kind of 1 ball, 1 strike. A runner on first base, nobody out. Marshall trying to regain a little bit of control on this game. They were up 8-0 after the top of the first. It was 8-4, then 9-4, and now 9-5. As Doherty looks in. There's a good fastball for a strike. Count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Landon has thrown the ball very well. He's sophomore. A 2-2 to Poley. Hanford not going. Poley drives one in the air, right field. Over is Boswell. He'll make the catch for out number 1. So Boswell retires Poley, and now here's Christensen. He hit that 3-run homer back in the first inning. Struck out looking his last time. Both home runs tonight. One by West Marshall, one by East Marshall. The fastball misses away. Kind of up in the air towards center field. Some out to the left. Kind of the left part of the long purple banner out there. A strike to Christensen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 4th inning here in Gilman. It's a perfect night for baseball. Doherty a long look in. Breaking ball, hits the outside corner. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's one of the pitches that Christensen got rung up on him. On that, we'll see if he protects a little bit more here. And he lines this one up the middle. Newroth, a diving attempt. It comes out of his glove. On his way to third is Hanford. Throw is going to be not in time, and it gets away. Advancing to second is Christensen. And that's going to be a hit for Christensen. A great effort by Newroth to dive. It bounced right out of his glove. And then Hanford, that's a base running, goes all the way to third. Christensen will get to second on the throw. Probably going to have to say that was an error on that second throw. I think that was Burns who threw it. So now runners on second and third, one out. Blake Hart at the plate. East Marshall bringing the infield in. 1 ball, no strikes. Hart standing in. With 1 out, he does have 1 sacrifice. And he fouls this one back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a count of 1-1. With runners on second and third, and strike 2 called. And pretty consistent, calling those kind of outside pitches. Strikes. Here's the 1-2. And a little cue shot down the first base line. It hits the bag. That's going to be a fair ball. Well, it hit the orange part, so it's a foul ball. So it hit the orange part. Did not hit the white part of the bag. So it is a foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hart. Doherty looking in. East Marshall playing the infield in with 1 out. The 1-2 is lifted in the air, deep left field. Going over is the left fielder Newroth. He'll make the catch. Tagging and scoring is Hanford, and that'll be a sac fly for Hart. So Hart drives in the run with the sac fly. It is the second out, and it's 10-5 West Marshall. So 10-5 is the score. And here's Braxton Toyne. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Both kind of pulled hits through the right side. A runner on second base with 2 outs. As Toyne fouls it straight back. And the count at 0-1. The runner on second base, 2 outs. Breaking ball. Hits the outside corner for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes on Toyne. As Doherty looks in. The 0-2 is down and away. On a 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. And that's down. 2-2. Already trying to get out of this inning, only allowing the 1 run. Christensen out at second. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, grounded to second base. Burns has it, plenty of time, flips it on to first for the out. And only 1 run allowed, but West Marshall gets 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. West Marshall's left on 4. They have 10 hits for their 10 runs. It's 10-5 West Marshall as we go to the bottom of the 4th. This is Radio on the Go Sports on 92.9 and KDAO.com.
In Zeering, McCallsburg, St. Anthony, Clemens, and the surrounding rural areas, Minerva Valley Companies is your local provider for internet service, local and long-distance telephone, and digital video, all available from one local provider. At Minerva Valley, they offer fiber to the home, high-speed internet, telephone service, and digital video TV. You pick the programming package, and Minerva Valley will give you great service. See why Minerva Valley should be your source for entertainment and internet. Log on to minervavalley.com. Minerva Valley Companies, providing voice, video, and data.
Bottom of the fourth inning, West Marshall leading East Marshall 10-5. It'll be Blake Newroth, Jackson Bush, and Cale Newroth. As 2, 3, and 4 for East Marshall in the bottom of the fourth. Siegert still out there for West Marshall. We'll have more high school baseball for you tomorrow night. I'll be right back here in Gilman as Gladbrook Rhinebeck will come here to East Marshall. And I'll also do East Marshall's game at Marshalltown on Friday night. Chuck's got a couple of softball games coming up for you on Thursday. He's got Marshalltown and Des Moines East, game 2 of that doubleheader around 7. Then Friday night, he'll do BCL UW and Colonesco softball as the lights have come on. I was wondering when they were going to turn the lights on. As Newroth digs in to lead off the fourth, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Newroth 0 for 2, a ground out to first, and a long fly ball to right. Just missed a home run. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball, misses away. So the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. East Marshall got 4 in the first, 1 in the third. And that's down in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. West Marshall 8 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Almost 10-5 lead. Newroth drives this one in the air, a little deeper, going back, still going, it's off the fence. He'll turn first, head for second. DeRosset will get it in quickly, and that's a leadoff double. So Newroth just missed a home run his last time, and this time hits it off the fence in right center. And that'll bring in Bush.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 10, Jackson Bush.
With Newroth at second base. Bush has an RBI ground out and a walk. And Siegert delivers a fastball for a strike. Good looking pitch there. Oh, Bush was looking for something else. Here's the 0-1. And a ball. And the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Bush a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Newroth at second base, nobody out. The 1-2 pitch to Bush. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seeger looks in, 2-2 to Bush. Breaking ball away. Newroth goes. Throw down is not in time. So Newroth steals third. Hanford made a pretty good throw. And the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Grounded hard down the third baseline. Chubb knocked it down. Count still 3-2. Looking in is Siegert. The 3-2 pitch is popped up, and that's going to be back and out of play. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Great at bat here for Bush. And he chops it foul again. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat. Newroth down at third base. East Marshall trailing 10-5. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bush lines it through the hole between third and short. That's an RBI single. An excellent at bat from Bush. Newroth will trot home. And it's 10-6.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 1, Cale Newroth.
Here's Cale Newroth. He's walked and popped out to first. Still nobody out. A runner on first. Cale drives one in the air, left field. Pulley going back, still going. He'll reach up and make the catch for out number 1. So one down as Pulley runs down Newroth's fly ball to left. And now here's Boswell. He homered his last time. He's also got an RBI double. He hit it to the left of the center field fence out there. He takes a breaking ball away. So Seeger not going to give him a first pitch fastball. The home run came on a 1-1 pitch in the third. Also has a double on a 1-1 pitch in the first. And breaking ball fooled him as he swung and missed. So one out with a runner on first. 10-6, West Marshall. The 1-1 breaking ball drops in for a strike. Count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 count. Another breaking ball, and he got him swinging. Runner goes to second. Throw goes to second. The tag, and Bush is out. And that's going to be a double play. So strikeout of Boswell and the throw down to second. Strike him out, throw him out. 2-6 on the out at second. Boswell out on the strikeout. That'll be Seegert's first strikeout. East Marshall gets a run on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. They've got 8 hits for their 6 runs. They've left on 5. It's 10-6 as we go to the 5th on KDAO.
New Roth Trucking in LeGrand is locally owned and operated, and they have been in business for 25 years. If you need a load of rock hauled for your driveway or dirt for your construction project, Brad at New Roth Trucking is the person to call. New Roth Trucking also hauls ag lime for your farm field and handles local and over-the-road van freight. For more information, contact Brad at 641-485-0624. New Roth Trucking proudly supports the East Marshall Mustangs, and they wish them the best this season.
Top of the 5th inning, it is West Marshall 10, East Marshall 6. It's been a wild game here tonight. We've still got the 5th, 6th, and 7th to go. Both pitchers have settled down a bit. Already has allowed just the 3 runs. Actually, 2 runs.
For the Trojans, number 2, Turner DeRosset.
As DeRosset will start the 5th inning for West Marshall. DeRosset will stand in to lead off the 5th. As Doherty delivers the pitch, and it's lined in the air, center field. Grant coming in, he can't make the catch. Bounces away from him, but DeRosset will hold at first base. So a single for DeRosset. And that will bring in Drake Whitaker. So Whitaker will stand in with nobody out and a runner on first. As DeRosset gets the 11th West Marshall hit. And back to the top of the order. As Whitaker calls time. He's 0 for 2. He does have an RBI ground out. Also popped to the catcher, and he's been hit by a pitch. So DeRossett leads from first. And Doherty misses away with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Doherty looking over at DeRossett. He is 5 out of 5 on stolen bases. As that misses away. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 to Whitaker. Breaking ball is in the dirt, ball 3. So 3-0 count. Doherty has gone 3 1/3. He got 1 out in that first inning. After Fry was only able to get 2 outs. And there's a fastball right down the middle for a strike. So the count 3-1. On deck is Seegert. Doherty looks in. 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. So the first 2 reads for Wes Marshall in the 5th. And now here's Evan Seegert with nobody out. Runners on first and second. Seegert 2 for 3, a single and an RBI double. Wouldn't normally think sacrifice bunt in this spot. He does have one on the season, though. And you could move both runners up. Well, you could also get another hit and keep the pressure on. He is bunting. And he bunts it up in the air. It's going to be caught. Throw goes to first, not in time. And Seegert tried to bunt it. So they did have the sacrifice on, but unsuccessful as he pops it up to the pitcher. That's one where if you're going to bunt like that, sometimes it's easier to just square around versus trying to show it late. And then you can kind of angle it. And that time he popped it up. So now DeSoto runners on first and second, 1 out. Pitch misses away a ball. DeSoto 1 for 3. He's got an RBI double, a ground out to third, and a fly out to center. The 1-0 pitch. A strike on the outside corner. The count 1 ball, 1 strike on DeSoto. Wes Marshall holding a 10-6 lead. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Big swing and a miss. He was looking for his 4th home run on that cut, but came up empty. So the count 1-2. Doherty go with that good breaking ball again. The 1-2 pitch down in the dirt. Good block by Crandon. That'll keep the runners at first and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Wes Marshall leading 10-6. Trying to get some insurance runs. The 2-2 pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. Neuroth will get to it quickly. Being waved around and scoring is DeRossett. And that'll be an RBI single for DeSoto. He just poked it into left field. Whitaker holds at second base. DeSoto with the 12th hit of the game for Wes Marshall. A run comes in, and it's 11-6. Now here's Hanford. He is 2 for 2. He's got a 2-run double and a single. He's also walked. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Hanford takes a ball down on a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count. This ball lifted in the air, center field, hit well. Back is Grant, and he'll make the catch up against the fence. That ball started to carry. He got it up into the wind, and it nearly carried all the way out, but Grant with a nice catch. I'm going to say he robbed him of the home run, but it was very close. Reaching up to make that catch at the fence. So now 2 outs. Here's Hunter Poley. He's had a quiet game, 0 for 2. Has been hit by a pitch. And he's come through in this situation more times than not. 11-6, West Marshall. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The breaking ball stays just high. A 1-1 count on Poley. And Doherty looks in. Break even pitch. Poley rips it down the line and right. That's going to be a fair ball down into the corner. 1 run will score. DeSoto being waved to third. He'll hold right there. That's an RBI double for Poley. As I said, he has come through in these situations more times than not. And he does there. Whitaker scores. DeSoto all the way to third. And it's 12-6. Here's Carver Christensen. So Poley with the 13th hit for West Marshall. And Christensen a chance to do more damage. In the dirt, Crandon got just enough of a glove on it. It looked like that was going to squeak between his legs and roll to the backstop. So 1-0 count on Christensen. He has homered already, a 3-run shot, also another single. And he grounds this one hard up the middle. Burns will field it to his right. Plenty of time to throw to first, and he'll retire Christensen. West Marshall gets 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and 2 left on. 1, 2, now it should be 3 hits. So 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left on. They've left on 6. They have 13 hits for their 12 runs. It's 12-6 West Marshall as we head to the bottom of the 5th on Radio On The Go Sports and Soft Rock 92.9 and KDAO.com.
My family grew up with Central State Bank. From my first savings account to our first mortgage, growing a business, and planning for retirement. They've been with us through it all. And just like family, they call you by name. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you.
Siegert's had to really battle to get into the 5th inning. But here he is. He's allowed 8 hits. And 6 runs. But he's still out there. As we go into the bottom of the 5th, East Marshall will have Doherty, Fry, and Crandon. So Doherty will lead off for East Marshall. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 12-6. East Marshall are going to have to try and come from behind again. They've trailed this game since the first. They've trailed the game the entire time as West Marshall jumped out to an 8-0 lead. West Marshall's got insurance runs in the last couple of innings as Doherty takes a strike. 0-1 count. Be right back here in Gilman tomorrow night as East Marshall plays host to Gladbrook Rhinebeck. Another team that has had their struggles this year. I don't think they've won a game in conference unless they won. I don't know if they played tonight or not. I don't remember. At the count at 2-1 as fouled straight back by Doherty. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, 1 RBI single. Both of his hits have gone down the left field line and dropped in just inside that foul line. Breaking ball is just inside. And another 3-2 count. So 3-2 on Doherty. Here's the payoff pitch. It's lifted in the air, center field. DeRosset is there. He's going to have a drift on him a bit, and he'll reach up and make the catch. He almost came in a little bit too far, and then the wind kind of pushed it further than he thought, but he was able to reach up and grab it for out number 1. Here's Fry. He started on the mound and quickly moved to third base after a rough first inning, as the breaking ball just missed. Seager wanted that one, couldn't get it all the way back to the inside corner. I don't know if Seager, I don't think he hurt himself there. It looks fine. The 1-0, another breaking ball. This one's in there for a strike. So count 1-1. Fry is grounded to short and been hit by a pitch. Another breaking ball hits the inside corner. That's 3 straight breaking balls. And the count of 1-2. There's another, and strike 3 called. You don't see that very often where you get 4 straight curveballs, but that's exactly what Fry got. And he strikes out looking. Now here's Crandon. He had the RBI single in the first, also has flown out to right. There's a big swing and a miss on the breaking ball. That's 5 straight. On 0-1 count. And another one. 1 ball, 1 strike. On strictly breaking ball in this 5th inning is Seager. At least to these last couple of hitters. 1-1. Another. Painting the inside corner again. A 1-2. Another breaking ball, and he struck him out swinging. So back-to-back strikeouts for Seager. He's struck out 3. And that'll be his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. We'll go to the 6th. Wes Marshall in front, 12-6. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
Wes Marshall leading East Marshall 12-6 as we go into the top of the 6th inning. Doherty's still out there for East Marshall. He has gone 4 1/3. He's done a nice job, but Wes Marshall's come up with some big hits these last couple of innings. He had the sac fly by Hart, RBI single to Sodal, RBI double for Poley in the 5th inning. And it doesn't take much when you're already leading 10-6. You can just add, I mean, you were thinking it was 9, I think it was 9-5. East Marshall had a little bit of momentum, but West Marshall able to get a run in the 4th inning, 2 runs in the 5th, and now you're looking at a 6-run lead for West Marshall. As Blake Hart will lead off the 6th. He's got a couple of runs batted in tonight, an RBI single and a sac fly. As Hart will stand in. East Marshall's only thrown the 2 pitchers. West Marshall just the 1 in Seager. As Doherty misses away for ball 1. I don't think Seager might be getting close to his pitch limit just by the number of pitches he's thrown as Hart fouls it straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. The bottom of the 6th. East Marshall's got 9-1-2. Break-even pitch from Doherty. Fastball hit high in the air. Center field. Going back is Grant. Settling under it. He'll make the catch. And one down. That'll bring in Toyne. He's 2 for 3. A couple of singles and a grounder to second. Now Hart flies out to center. As the a little cool out. People pulling out the blankets and sweatshirts. And there's a strike on the inside corner. Honestly, I love this weather. Could stay like this the whole season. I'd take it. So usually we're battling the heat in these games. Ball hit the other way to left. It'll be Cale Newroth right under it to make the catch. And 2 quick outs in the 6th. That will bring up Turner DeRossett. He has singled, flown to center, and been hit by a pitch.
Now up for the Trojans, number 2, Turner DeRossett.
DeRossett will stand in. With 2 outs. And he pops it up, first base side, and it's going to and over towards the school and be caught by a fan on the bounce. As the 0-1, sounds like it was Marv Newroth who made the catch. No balls, 2 strikes. Sitting over there in a chair and able to make the grab. Bounced right to him. The 0-2, and he struck him out, but it gets away. And DeRossett will reach, as that'll be a strikeout wild pitch. And a runner on first, still 2 outs, and back to the top of the order with Whitaker. Whitaker's had a good game defensively. He's gotten on base a couple of times, has an RBI ground out. And he's really done a nice job at short. Made some long throws. Getting outs, bang-bang situations. Now he bounces one to first, fielded by Bush. He'll step on the bag. And a good inning for Doherty. And he gives his team a chance. West Marshall, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. They've left on 7 through the first 6. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. West Marshall holding a 12-6 lead on SoftRock 92.9 and KDAO.com.
Navigating mortgages can be very complex. Start your journey with the lending team at GNB Bank. We're committed to getting you to your next home. We offer both fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgages to fit your specific needs. Our experienced lenders help guide you through the process. You can make payments or receive customer service at your local GNB Bank office. Whatever your dream home looks like, we'll point you in the right direction at GNB Bank.
West Marshall leading East Marshall 12-6. As we go into the bottom of the 6th inning, West Marshall trying to win their 4th in a row in the series. And they're, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of the last 7 games between these two teams. But still some work to do, and we've got a new pitcher. So Whitaker will take over for Siegert. So Siegert will go to shortstop, I would assume. So they'll just switch spots. So good work by Siegert as he goes 5 innings. He scattered 8 hits, 6 runs. He struck out 3. He walked 3. So it'll be Gashler at the plate as Whitaker takes over on the mound. Whitaker Has 7 games pitched, 0-1 record, 10 2/3, 8 hits, 12 runs, 11 strikeouts, 11 walks. And ball 1 to Gashler. So 1 ball, no strikes. Late in the game, you don't want to give up walks. You still have that 6-run cushion, but that can close very quickly. Gashler lines it up the middle for a base hit. So Gashler with a leadoff single. That'll be hit number 9 for East Marshall. And back to the top of the order with Eli Burns. Burns 1 for 2 with a double. He's also walked and bounced to at first. Well, Burns will stand in. Nobody out. Runner on first base. Bottom of the 6th inning. Burns drives one in the air, right field, got under it. It'll be DeSoto to put it away with one hand. And 1 down. That'll bring in Blake Newroth with 1 out. And a little advice for Newroth, facing Whitaker for the first time. Looks like there's somebody throwing for East Marshall. Can't tell what number. It looks like 25. I'll get the name here in a second. As Newroth takes inside. Looks like Jace Johnson is the pitcher warming up for East Marshall. So he might be the guy we see in the 7th. Here's the 1-0. Newroth pops it up on the infield. Christensen backpedaling, and he makes the catch. As that looked like that was going to be trouble for a second. But he kind of lost it. The shortstop, Siegert, was over, but Christensen then at the last minute, almost like a basket catch, has flipped his glove out there to make the play, and there's 2 outs. Here's Jackson Bush. As Whitaker looking for a scoreless 6th. This is high. Bush has an RBI single. He's walked and an RBI ground out. So a couple runs batted in for him. And he takes just off the corner a ball. Might have been a little high. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 from Whitaker to Bush. Hits it high into the air, left field. Coming in is Pulley, and now he'll drift back and make the catch to retire the side. So Whitaker with a strong 6, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. East Marshall with 9 hits, they've left on 6. We'll go to the 7th. West Marshall leading 12-6. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com and SoftRack 92.9.
Hi, this is Chris from Partner Communications. Did you know we now offer electrical services? Whether you're looking to change out a few lights within the home or wiring a whole new house, Partner can get it done. Master electrician Jeff Campbell will come to your home and provide you with a free estimate. Residential, agricultural, or commercial, let our courteous professional technicians complete your electrical projects. Call our office today, 641-498-7701.
We head into the top of the 7th inning. West Marshall leading East Marshall 12-6. Andy Jennings with you on KDAO. And it looks like Doherty going to stay in, so he might have a few more pitches he can throw. So Doherty will start the 7th at least. I did see Johnson warming up. So it'll be Siegert, DeSoto, and Hanford. As Siegert swings and misses at the first pitch for a strike. Siegert 2 for 4 tonight. Single and an RBI double. And a grounder hit hard to short. Newroth has it. Throw to first is in time for the out. And one down. Here's DeSoto. He's got a couple of RBIs tonight, a double and a single. He's 2 for 4. So he'll look for his third hit. Johnson still throwing for East Marshall. As the wind really picking up now. Ball is popped up into the air, center field. Grant going over, reaching up. He dives, and he can't get it. DeSoto on his way to second. He'll hold right there. And that's going to be the second double for DeSoto. As Grant was drifting back and then laid out back towards the fence and couldn't come up with it. As that wind really picked up, and then he hit the ball high into the air to center, and you knew that ball was going to keep on going. Fortunately that it was more of a kind of a pop-up versus a hard-struck ball, or that one could have been out in the trees as the wind's still blowing really hard.
Now batting number 13, Riley Hanford.
As Hanford takes a ball. As Doherty eyeing the sign. The 1-0 pitch. Good fastball in there for a strike. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even a 1-1 with 1 out. When he delivers the pitch, it's high. 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 count. Insurance run out at second base. West Marshall leading 12-6. Top of the 7th inning, 1 out. And it's popped up, first base side. That's going to almost hit somebody over by the concession stand, but thankfully it didn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Already has battled. Here's the 2-2 to Hanford. That's high. 3-2 count. Doherty trying to at least get out of this, give East Marshall at least a chance. Still down 6 runs. Hanford hits one high into the air, left field. Newroth under it. He'll back up a few steps to make the catch. And there's 2 down. That'll bring up Hunter Poley. Delivered that RBI double in the 5th. On the right field line. That was his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 3. Doherty looks in. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count on Poley. DeSoto at second, and that's high. An RBI double for Poley. The double was his 3rd. The RBI is 15th. The 2-0 is hit, grounded, bounced to second. Burns has it. He'll throw to first. And a really nice job by Landon Doherty. He allows the 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and another left on. West Marshall with 14 hits tonight for their 12 runs. East Marshall needs 6 to tie in the bottom of the 7th. West Marshall trying to win their 4th in a row in this series. This is Radio On The Go Sports on 92.9 and KDAO.com.
J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard has served Hardin, Hamilton, and Story counties for over 40 years. With that kind of experience, J&T has the knowledge, technology, and equipment to fix any problem you have and fix it right the first time. Plus, they do it at an affordable price. J&T's professional staff's priority is outstanding service and taking care of their customers' home. That's why the next time you have a need for plumbing, heating, or drain and sewer services, one call does it all. J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard. Online at jntplumbing.com. Is owned and operated by Wink Services.
Bottom of the 7th inning, West Marshall leading East Marshall 12-6. Whitaker will try to slam the door on this one. East Marshall has 4, 5, and 6 up. Cale Newroth, Jackson Boswell, and Landon Doherty. Newroth 0 for 2. Boswell 2 for 3 with an RBI double and a home run. Doherty 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, including an RBI single. West Marshall trying to get to 12 and 8 on the season. East Marshall trying to avoid falling to 3 and 13 and losing their 11th straight game. And they got a long way to come back. This is one of those where you're probably going to take till you get a strike. And strike one called. As Newroth looked around and stunned that was a strike. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. That wind really blowing now. The 0-2. Breaking balls to ball. That looked like potentially strike 3. But it must have been a little high. Here's the 1-2. And strike 3 called. There's kind of a delay on the strike 3 called. First strikeout for Whitaker. And 1 out.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 11, Jackson Boswell.
And now here's Boswell. He's had a good night. The RBI double and the home run. And he swings and misses at the breaking ball. Ever since West Marshall's kind of started throwing more breaking balls, East Marshall struggled a bit more. This one popped up. And will get over us. I couldn't find it, so I'm glad it got over us. There it is. No balls, 2 strikes. I thought, wow, that was perfectly hit. It'd land right on me, the 0-2. Misses the outside corner with a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he struck him out swinging. Throw down to first by Hanford is in time. And East Marshall down to their final out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Whitaker. And it's up to Landon Doherty. And if you're Doherty, you're probably going to be looking for breaking ball because that's what West Marshall's been throwing here recently. And he gets a fastball popped up, third base side, just going to get out of play. And the count at 0-1. West Marshall 1 out away from their 12th victory of the season. And East Marshall would fall to 3 and 13. And that pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the break-even pitch. It's a breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 from Whitaker. It's hit through the right side for a base hit. That'll be the 3rd hit of the game for Doherty. So a good night for him. And now we've got a pinch hitter. It'll be number 27, Cade Birchland, to bat for Fry. So Birchland will hit for Fry with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 12-6, West Marshall.
Hitting for the Mustangs,
Merchland has just 5 at-bats. He's 0 for 5. But a chance here with runner on first and 2 outs. And he lines it into center field for a base hit. So his first hit of the year. So back-to-back singles, Doherty and Birchland. And now here is Crandon with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. You still need a lot to go right, trailing 12-6 with 2 outs, but East Marshall trying to find a way as Crandon takes a strike. No balls and a strike. 0-1 count. Breaking balls inside. Count even a 1 ball, 1 strike. And if you could get another runner on, you'd have the bases loaded. And you put yourself in a position. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The 1-1 inside, nearly hit him. 2 balls and a strike. Whitaker needs just 1 more out. He's giving up back-to-back hits. The 2-1 inside again. And the count 3-1. No, it hit him. So that time it did hit him, and the bases are loaded. And now Coach Brown's going to come out. And we'll see if he makes a pitching change here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Maybe not wanting Whitaker to throw too many pitches where they could bring him back potentially maybe tomorrow night. Well, it looks like they're going to stick with him. Well, now they got 2 baseballs. This Brown will throw it back to the umpire. There are 2 outs, bases loaded.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 15, Gavin Gashler.
As the catcher, Hanford, will grab the ball. They've got 2 balls. Now he's going to hand it to the umpire. So some confusion. So the bases loaded, 2 outs, 12-6, West Marshall. Gashler at the plate. He has singled, been hit by a pitch, and grounded to short. He can find a way on. Then you'd have Burns up. I mean, if Gashler and Burns reach, then you'd have the tying run at the plate in Newroth. He's been close to homering tonight, so that would be a good situation if you're East Marshall. If you're West Marshall, you want to just end it right now. Here's the pitch to Gashler. Breaking ball hits the inside corner for a strike. Counted 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball popped up on the infield. It'll be Hart calling and catching, and that'll do it. As West Marshall defeats East Marshall tonight, 12-6. Mustangs threaten in the 7th, but no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 3. East Marshall leaves on 9. They wind up with 11 hits for their 6 runs. West Marshall did not have an error tonight as they get the victory by the final of 12-6. 12-6 is the final score. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it all up for you on Soft Rock 92.9 and KDAO.com.
In Zeering, McCallsburg, St. Anthony, Clemens, and the surrounding rural areas, Minerva Valley Companies is your local provider for internet service, local and long-distance telephone, and digital video, all available from one local provider. At Minerva Valley, they offer fiber to the home, high-speed internet, telephone service, and digital video TV. You pick the programming package, and Minerva Valley will give you great service. See why Minerva Valley should be your source for entertainment and internet. Log on to MinervaValley.com. Minerva Valley Companies, providing voice, video, and data. New Roth Trucking in LeGrand is locally owned and operated, and they have been in business for 25 years. If you need a load of rock hauled for your driveway or dirt for your construction project, Brad at New Roth Trucking is the person to call. New Roth Trucking also hauls ag lime for your farm field and handles local and over-the-road van freight. For more information, contact Brad at 641-485-0624. New Roth Trucking proudly supports the East Marshall Mustangs, and they wish them the best this season.
West Marshall beats East Marshall 12-6 as the Trojans extend their winning streak in this series as they win. Let's see, it's their fourth straight win in the series. Yep, fourth straight win in the series. And I think they're, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6 of the last 7 games. West Marshall's won, or 7 of the last 8, I'm not sure. But they've won 4 in a row now in this rivalry as they get it done tonight. 12-6. Started off a little bit crazy. West Marshall with 8 runs in the first inning. They had 8 hits. They had 6 hits and 8 runs. That first inning included a 2-run double by Hanford, a 3-run homer by Christensen, and then another double by Siegert. And actually, Landon Doherty threw the ball really well for East Marshall as he went only goes 6 1/3 tonight in this one. West Marshall able to score enough late. East Marshall threatened to try and come back. They got it to 9-5 at one point, but West Marshall able to score 3 more runs. East Marshall gets just the 1, and West Marshall gets the victory 12-6. West Marshall with 14 hits for 12 runs, just the 1 error for East Marshall. 8 left on base. East Marshall 11 hits, 6 runs, 9 left on base. Nathan Fry went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 5 hits, 8 runs, no strikeouts, no walks. Landon Doherty went 6 1/3, and he allowed, 2, 4, 7, 8 hits. And I guess it'd be 9 hits because they got 14. So 9 hits and 4 runs. He struck out. Oh, did he strike out any? He struck out 1, and he walked 1. But threw the ball pretty well for West Marshall. Evan Seeger went 5 innings, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He'll get the win. Drake Whitaker finished the game pitching 2 innings, allowing 3 hits and no runs. And he struck out 2 and did not walk a batter as West Marshall able to get it done as they defeat East Marshall tonight. 12-6. 12-6 is the final score as West Marshall gets the victory. They're now 12-8. East Marshall falls to 3-13. Offensively tonight for both teams, Beckham DeSoto had a couple of doubles and a couple of runs batted in. Riley Hanford had a couple of hits, including a 2-run double. Carver Christensen, a 3-run homer and a single. Blake Hart had an RBI single and a sac fly. For East Marshall, Jackson Boswell had a big night. He was 2 for 4, an RBI double and a home run. Landon Doherty with 3 hits tonight, including an RBI single, but just not enough for East Marshall as they fall to West Marshall tonight. East Marshall 3-13, West Marshall 12-8. And both these teams will be in action tomorrow night as West Marshall will hit the road, or are they at home? Let me look. Let's not just guess. I know East Marshall's at home tomorrow night against Gladbrook Rhinebeck. I will have that game for you here on 92.9 and KDAO.com. West Marshall will host Greene County tomorrow night at Schilling Field. So West Marshall will be at home tomorrow night against Greene County. So a chance for them to get their 13th win of the season. East Marshall a chance to get off the snide tomorrow night. Gladbrook Rhinebeck will be looking to do the same thing tomorrow night as Gladbach-Rhinebeck has not won a game in conference. East Marshall just the one win in conference. So it should be an interesting matchup coming up tomorrow night here from Gilman. I will have it for you on 92.9 and KDAO.com. So that'll about wrap up our broadcast here tonight from Gilman. Want to thank all of our sponsors, Minerva Valley Companies, New Roth Trucking, Central State Bank, Marshalltown Community College, GNB Bank, Partner Communications, and J&T Plumbing and Heating. Final score, once again, West Marshall defeats East Marshall 12-6. I'm Andy Jennings saying so long from the East Marshall baseball field. This is Radio on the Go Sports on Soft Rock 92.9 and KDAO.com.
Tonight's game was made possible by Minerva Valley Companies, New Roth Trucking, Central State Bank, Marshalltown Community College, GNB Bank, Partner Communications, J&T Plumbing and Heating. This has been a special sports presentation of KDAO.